Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to configure VPC between two Cisco Nexus switches. So let's start with a brief definition of what VPC is. So VPC is basically a multi-JC ether channel or multi-JC port channel technology. So if you see this diagram, so multi-JC means you have one switch on the uplink, and that uplinks or downlinks are going to two different switches, but we can able to create a port channel, okay, between these two links going to different switches. So VPC is a similar technology which we used in Cisco Catalyst like VSS, virtual stack or stacking. But the difference is if you talk about VSS or virtual stack, so all the members uh, and their control plane is combined. Okay, the data plane of all the members work separately, but the control plane for all the members is combined, which means if you do any configurational changes, it will affect all. Or if you go for a maintenance or software update, so all the switches, all the members will be affected. But in case of Nexus, okay, Nexus and specifically when you configure Nexus in VPC, so it works similar like the multi-JC Ether channel work in a similar way like with VSS or virtual stack, but the control plane of both the Nexus switches, Nexus 1 and Nexus 2 will be separate only only for the particular port channel. In our case, this port channel, their control plane will be merged only for this port channel. Rest of the other things which belongs to switch 1 will be only dependent on switch 1, and the other things which belongs only to switch 2 will be segregated, will be only dependent on switch 2. There will be no dependency apart from this multi-chassis port channel. Okay. Uh, like I said, only the control plane for this particular port channel will be combined. Rest of the control planes for both the Nexus switches will remain isolated or work separately. So if we do firmware upgrade or do some configurational changes, it will be separated on Nexus switch 1 and will be separated on Nexus switch 2. It will not affect each other. Yes, but in order to build VPC, the operating system of both Nexus switches should be same. Both should be of different, sorry, same model, and both should have the same firmware version. Okay, so we'll start with the configuration. I will open the switches. So I have my these three switches. This first one is I'm going to make it as a VPC primary. This is my secondary link, secondary switch. This will be VPC secondary peer, and the third one is the uplink switch. Okay, so let me brief you the topology. So these are my two VPC pair switches, switches 1, switch 2. I have three connectivities between the switches. So this red one is the which is connected to on port 48 on both sides. It's a 10 gig link, and I will be using this link as a keep alive. So keep alive is basically a layer 3 connectivity, and using this keep alive link, both the switches check their pair if it is live or if it is down. Okay, and then I have two more links, which is you can see in the green 46 and 47 on both switches. These are 25 gig links, and I will be adding these two links in a port channel, which will be port channel 100, and this links I will be using it as a VPC peer link. VPC peer link means so all the control plane information or the control plane communication for the VPC is done through this particular link. Okay, and then I will be establishing a multi-chassis Ether channel with this uplink switch. So I'll be using interface 53 on both my VPC switches, and I will be adding them to a VPC or port channel 10, and on the other uplink switch, I will be creating a simple port channel. Okay. So let me show you the configuration steps. So here is my configuration template. So first of all, as you know, in VPC, everything is features like VPC, like port Ether channel or LSCP or any protocol, OSPF or something. So first step is you have to enable the feature. Okay, so let's start configuring the first switch. Let me adjust the screen. Okay, so I can see my template and also my switch. Okay, so I will start with my switch one. Just spare me for a minute. Let me adjust the screen. Okay, so switch one, I will be enabling feature VPC. Okay, then I will define VPC domain and I will be using VPC domain one. Okay, that's it. Now I will be creating a VRF, and this VRF I will be specifically using it for keep alive link. VRF context keep alive. This is my VRF name and my interface, which is for the keep alive link, is 48. So I will go into interface Ethernet 1/48. Interface Ethernet 1/48. Why it is not giving me this? Show interface description. Okay, it's not Ethernet, it's only ETH. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong switch. So let me remove the configuration. This is my uplink switch. I don't need any VPC or something on it. So no VPC domain one, no feature VPC. So now this is my primary switch. I will be enabling again feature VPC. Okay, then I will be defining VPC domain one, exit. Now I'm creating VRF context, a VRF for keep alive, and then my interface is 48, interface Ethernet 1/48. So I guess I'm putting that interface inside this VRF, and I will be assigning IP directly on the interface 192.168.1.1/24, and that's it. Now I will do similar configuration on secondary VPC pair. So feature VPC, and then I will be defining VPC domain one. The domain should be same, so they can know which is my peer. Okay, so if you have two pair, like four switches, two in the pair for VPC, and all are combined together, and then you need to segregate with the domain. Like switch one, two, you want to have them uh, in one pair. So you will define a similar domain on both two switches, like VPC domain one, and you have 3 and 4 switch. So you need to define a domain two on both two switches to make them segregated. Okay, so VPTC domain I define now again VRF. I will keep alive interface Ethernet 1/48. VRF member keep alive and IP address 2.168.1.2/24. Okay, now we'll test ping. We have 192.168.1.1. We have keep live. Okay, so it's pingable. I will try to ping from the primary also. Ping 192.168.1.2 VRF keep alive. So our keep alive link is ready. So now I will define this keep alive link under the domain, VPC domain. So I will go to VPC domain 1. Okay. Here keep alive destination. Destination will be IP of the peer. 92.168.1.2 source 192.168.1.1 and then VRF keep alive. Okay. And then the role means which switch will be the primary. Okay. So lowest priority value means that particular switch will be your VPC primary switch. Okay. Next, I will move to switch number 2, VPC domain 1. Okay. Here, keep alive destination 192.168.1, source 192.168.1.2, VRF, keep alive, role priority 20. Okay. Looks good. Now I will be doing this part, VPC peer link. So first of all, I will enable, I have to establish a port channel. So I will enable LACP for the port channeling feature LACP. And I will be using port 46 and 47 for this. So I will be going here, interface, Ethernet 1/46/47. Description I can give VPC peer link. Okay. And then I will create a port channel group 100 mode active. Okay. And then I will define one testing VLAN. And then I will go into that particular port channel interface port channel 100. Then I will again give description VPC peer link. Okay. And switch port mode. First I will define it as switch port. Then it will be switch port mode trunk. Switch port trunk load VLAN at 10. So I'm only using this VLAN. So be specific for this VPC peer link. So the VLANs which you want to use for the VPC, so you have to allow only those VLANs. Rest of the VLAN no need to allow. Okay, then VPC peer link. Okay. Now I will go to my switch 2. Here I will do the same thing. First enable feature LSCP and interface Ethernet 1/46/47. Description VPC peer link and then channel group 100 mode active. Now go create a VLAN here also, VLAN 10 and switch port. No, sorry, I will go to port channel interface, port channel 100. Description again, VPC here link. And first I will define switch port, then I will do switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk load VLAN at 10 and VPC peer link. Okay, copy or save the configuration, copy running to startup, and copy running to startup. Now let's verify, show VPC. Okay, so my VPC is established. Peer is alive, configuration successful, role is primary, and the VLAN which are allowed is VLAN 1 and VLAN 10. Okay, now if I go to switch 2, show VPC, so this is all okay. Adjacency form, peer key alive, success, per VLAN, live type 2, consistency, role secondary, everything is fine. Good. So now I will do this part. Okay. So what I will do on primary switch, I will be configuring this interface net 1/53, the description connected to uplink access. Then channel group 10 mode active. Okay. Now we'll go to port channel 10. Again, I will give description. Port, port mode trunk, port trunk allowed, VLAN add 10, and then VPC 10. So it's a number, it's a random number, but it has to be same on both the switches for this particular port channel. Okay, so I'm putting 10 because my port channel number is 10. Okay, I can put any other number, like port channel is 10, I can put 1 or 2 or 3 something, but the number should be same for the similar port channel. So I will now jump to switch 2, update interface, Ethernet 1/53, description connected to uplink access, channel group 10, mode active. Now I will jump to interface, port channel 10, switch port, then switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk loud, VLAN add 10, and VPC 10. Okay, now we'll go to my uplink switch. First of all, I will enable feature LSCP. So you can see my two interfaces are up. So these are my interfaces, which is 35 is going to switch 1, Nexus 1, and 36 is going to Nexus 2. So what I'll be doing, interface Ethernet 1/35, 36, description connected to VPC switches, switch, okay, channel group 10, mode active. Now we'll go to port channel 10. I will give the same description. I will do switch port, then switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk allowed, VLAN add 10, and I have to define VLAN 10, and then Now let's verify. So the show port channel. So you can see my port channel is established. 35, 36. I can also show you with if it is running. So you can see 35 is going to Nexus 1 primary, 36 is going to Nexus 2, Nexus second. So here is my port channel. If I do here show VPC, it will be showing me this like port channel, which is a part of this VPC. Up, success, and this particular VLAN. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum.